Done a lot of stories lately about the Metro's Red Line subway that runs between downtown and North Hollywood. The LAPD reports violent crime, which dipped during the pandemic, has more than doubled since 2020. And although the Red Line accounts for only about 10% of Metro's ridership, it accounts for about a third of the system's violent crime. So I decided to take a look for myself. No camera crew, just an iPhone to see what it's like to ride the Red Line.
I know you, sir.
How you doing? Thursday morning, 11 a.m. Outside the North Hollywood Metro station, I saw two LA police officers, part of the department's beefed-up presence around the Metro system. It comes after a surge in violence on the Red Line, 2 stabbings and 2 murders on or near Red Line stations. The agency's head of security says some of those officers from the LAPD, the Sheriff's Department, and the Long Beach PD do ride on the trains.
If you're in one car and they're in a different car from you, you wouldn't see them. But we do have the law enforcement riding on the train.
The Red Line, or B Line as it's now called, stretches 16.4 miles from North Hollywood to Union Station with a total of 14 stops. 30 minutes into my ride, a woman gets on, starts acting erratically, talking gibberish, cursing, and threatening other passengers. Passengers around me clearly unsettled, but unlike other subway systems, the Red Line isn't built to allow you to move to another car. The thing about incidents like that one is that you're stuck. If this had happened on the street, on a sidewalk, you could have walked away, walked around or whatever, but you're stuck inside this metal tube and you can't get away. Until the next stop.
You guys ever worry for your safety at all?
No, it's just uncomfortable.
What do you think would have helped right there? What would have helped make it better?
I don't think anything.
I saw law enforcement officers on 3 platforms along with armed private security guards. Part of what Metro calls its multi-layered approach to security are its transit ambassadors, unarmed representatives trained to help passengers find their way around with no security training or equipment. If something happens, they don't have walkie-talkies to summon law enforcement. They can call 911 on their cell phones or use a Metro app to call for help, just like any other passenger. There was no security present on this car during that woman's outburst, nor was there anyone there when this man, who appeared to be under the influence, pulled out a Sharpie and started tagging a seat, later pulling out a pipe. I saw and smelled smoke that I could not identify, neither tobacco nor marijuana. A man was asleep on the seat where the smoke came from. In fact, by now, several people were sleeping on this car at 1 in the afternoon. During my 2-hour ride, I was never in outright fear for my safety, but I was never fully comfortable either. Would you take your family on a ride on the Red Line?
I would. And I'm on the station. I'm on the system frequently. I'm not saying we don't have challenges, but what I am saying is that we're working on the issues that we have, and we are working to make our system safer.
A crackdown on drug use on the Metro Red and Purple lines has led to 330 drug-related arrests and an 18% decrease in passenger complaints about drug use on the subway. Meanwhile, Mayor Karen Bass is exploring whether a dedicated Metro police force might streamline law enforcement tactics and communication on the entire system.